Hello. What's up?
Hello, hello.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Great. I like that. I like that. A lot of people don't say they feel great when I ask them how they feeling. What makes you feel great?
Um, a lot of things, the environment.
It's definitely nice weather out here.
I don't think so, but
You don't think so?
it's better than yesterday.
How many degrees you think it is right now?
Like 50.
50? Is 50 cold or is 50 what? What do you consider 50?
50 is bearable at times.
I dig it. I dig it. You got on a sweater, so you should be good. You got on a t-shirt under your sweater?
I'm good. I
'Cause
have blankets, so I'm good.
I feel that. I feel that. And you have a blanket because of
Because I sleep outside.
you sleep outside. How long have you been sleeping outside?
Maybe like 1.5, probably 2 years.
2 years?
Maybe 3 years, actually.
3 years? Where are we at right now?
Lexington Market?
What time is it?
Maybe 10 o'clock, I'm not sure. Maybe 9, 10. Or later.
Or later? You
Yeah.
can't just like look up at the sky
I
and
guess it's before 12. It might be closer to 12.
closer to 12?
Like around 12 o'clock.
Where you from?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston, Massachusetts. How far is that from Baltimore?
I have no clue. But I know it's close. It's probably over 2 hours.
Really?
I believe so.
That's extremely close. How long have you been living in Baltimore?
Since I was 5 years old.
And how old are you now?
28.
28. How old do you feel?
Undescribable.
Mentally, how old do you feel?
Undescribable.
Physically, how old do you feel?
Physically. Was there 80, 21-year-old? Like an 80-year-old or a 21-year-old?
Like an 21-year-old?
Yeah.
That's confusing. Do you have kids?
Yeah, in a sense. You can't see them. I think they're spiritual kids.
Spiritual.
They help me, deal with stuff.
Do you have any physical kids?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't find anyone trustworthy, I don't think I'm a good mother.
What's the longest relationship you've been in?
Probably a year, maybe.
A year? How long ago was that?
No, not a year. Maybe like 2 months. Maybe.
Really? No way. How long ago was your last relationship?
I don't remember my last relationship.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Interesting. What caused you to be homeless?
My dad didn't like me leaving out the house and then coming back in. He said either stay in the house or stay out there. And I'm like, I'm not gonna stay in the house all day. Like, I'm not married. This is my mom and dad. I love you guys, but I do want to go out and spend time outside as well as come home. They didn't like the in and out of the house. So I said, I guess I just gotta be outside.
And this was 2 years ago? So 2 years ago you were 25, I'm assuming. Why didn't you, I guess, have your own house or own apartment or whatever?
I guess I have trouble getting a job or a stable job.
Why is that?
Because I guess I don't feel stable with the job, or the job does not. If I'm stable, it seems like the job is unstable. It doesn't.
What type of job would you want to work if you did work?
Like music and art.
Are you a singer? From 1 to 10, what would you rate your singing skills?
10.
A 10, really? Who's your favorite singer?
It's a band. It's a rock band called Panic at the Disco. It's my favorite band.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song of theirs?
I guess King of the Clouds.
I definitely heard of Panic at the Disco, but I can't say I've heard of. I probably even actually heard their songs, but didn't know that was them. How long have you been a fan of them?
I don't know. I can't remember when I started listening to.
So you're more of like a rock and roll singer, would you say? Like what's your genre if you?
No, I listen to R&B. I started listening to just hip hop and R&B, and then when I got probably at the end of high school, I started listening to like pop and I guess white artists. I used to just listen to African American.
Since you're into music as much as you are, how often do you get to listen to music?
Not that often.
Really?
I used to listen to it all the time.
That's funny. A lot of people that are into music, they like really listen to music. Like no matter what, they always like got some form of music going on. When's the last time you actually sang?
Today.
Really? What were you singing today?
Oh. Any spare change, any spare change, any spare change. Yeah. I just knew that was coming.
You know, it's so crazy. I was just about to ask you that too, specifically since you're like battling homelessness. Like, why don't you actually just post up somewhere and sing?
Yeah, I want to do that. Like, that's one of the things that I was kind of dreaming of. Like, and then, like, the more better the talent, I would wish you would get more money. That way it would charge me to, like, stretch further. But it don't work like that here at Lexington Market. You know, so.
Lexington. So why don't you go to like say the Inner Harbor? That's fairly close, and that's more so where tourists be at. So
I don't know. I haven't noticed a difference. Because I don't even recollect, like, I know I've been there before, but I don't remember anything important. Like,
Really?
memory, like, I don't have a memory in an arm, so there's nothing really there that really that was different. That stood out, that was different.
So as far as your dad, does he know exactly where you're at now?
Yeah, I believe so. I told him.
How often do you get to talk to him?
I haven't talked to him in like 2 months, but before then I would see him like every 4 or 5 days, 3 to 5 days.
He would like come around here to check on you, or what?
No, I would go to, he lives in West Baltimore. I would go to his house
He lives where?
in West Baltimore.
Oh, so that's not far.
No.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have one brother.
What's your relationship with him like?
It's very good.
How often do you get to talk to him?
He's home sometimes from my dad when I visit my dad, but I see him less often than my dad.
So what's actually keeping you on the street? Like, what makes you not want to, I guess, go back to your dad's house?
You know, like, I don't know. That's, I guess, a conclusion, like some type of end result.
Say that again.
Some type of conclusion, like I have to make a conclusion. I guess, like,
What causes you to be
unfinished
confused?
Business, unfinished business, not sure what the business is, but unfinished business.
Really? How long have you been battling drug addiction?
I don't believe I'm addicted to drugs. I used to think I was, but now I definitely don't believe I'm addicted to drugs. I used to believe I was, but I don't believe.
What do you believe your relationship like with drugs is now?
You know, like, useful when it's useful. When it's there, it's useful. When it's not there, it's not useful. Sometimes I don't know.
How'd you first get introduced to that?
Introduced to what?
Drugs.
Cocaine. I started smoking weed, and then after that, it was like for stress, pretty much, like something to do, like when I felt stressed out, like something that I felt was certified and like make me feel like I have the right to feel good now. As I struggle with that, like letting myself feel good. And then I just wanted to try something different. Like, I wanted to try something different other than weed, because that was my only drug. So the first thing I went to was cocaine.
How long were you doing weed before you wanted to try something different?
Maybe like a year and a half.
Did you know other people that were doing other stuff other than weed?
Every now and then I would ask them, like, why don't you just smoke weed? I remember one conversation I had with somebody smoking ready. I was like, why don't you just smoke weed? It seems so weird. I was like, it lasts 3 minutes. I'm like, why don't you just smoke weed? I was like, huh?
So what did you try after wanting to try something other than weed?
Cocaine.
What was that like?
It's very informative.
What do you mean?
Like, so much information pretty much after the experience is over. You definitely have to keep it like quiet not from yourself, but pretty much information you have to keep it quiet once you put the drug down.
Did you know someone that actually told you where you could get that from?
Yeah. The day I decided to try something new, I found the person that showed me like pretty much how to go about getting it.
Where's that person at now?
In West Baltimore, near where my dad lived. This is back when I was living with him.
Is that person still doing drugs?
I believe so, yeah.
Last time you seen them, did they look like they were doing drugs?
Yeah.
Do you think you look like you do drugs?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
Yes and no. Like, yes, I look like I do drugs. Probably look like I'm not scared to try things that are out of the box, like to go out of the box or think out of the box. and like not really afraid of danger, you know. But also, I think I also seem like I have discipline, so I probably am able to be like walking around not making usage of it, but still use it. You know? As opposed to like somebody who you think is a drug user uses it 24/7. And then the other thing is no, because I don't believe like I seem like I'm that. I wouldn't judge. I would never claim that upon myself to say I look like I'm strung out or I'm fiending or I'm like I'm just like it's like I'm crazy, something wrong. I would never judge that upon myself, but in that negative sense. But I do believe I would probably be
Before you tried cocaine, did you see the effects of cocaine on people? Had you seen the effects of cocaine on people, do you think you would have tried cocaine?
I don't know. I think yes. The honest answer is yes. But I think if it wasn't my destiny, I would have observed them. I probably wouldn't have did it because I'm like, it's a 3 minute high. If I'm going back to back, I'm like, ain't no fun in that. We do walk around for hours high. I wouldn't have tried crack, but it was destiny. I didn't choose. I just woke up.
Do you do any other drugs?
Yeah, I do heroin.
How did you get introduced to that?
I have no clue. Probably someone that was doing the cocaine, selling it to me, and they probably mentioned heroin. I'm like, oh, how? Like, what does it compare to cocaine? And they probably explained it. Like, it probably wasn't that much of a difference. So I tried it, you know, because they probably said it wasn't that much of a difference.
Did you continue using it after the first time you ever tried it?
Yeah.
How long has it been?
How long has it been? Well, heroin, I probably started doing it maybe like a year and a half after cocaine.
So in total, how long have you been doing, I guess, hard drugs?
Like 3 years.
In that 3 years time, have you had any time clean?
Like, well, damn, I really remember. I know I had a year clean. Probably like a year and a half a year and a half clean.
What motivated you to stay clean during that time?
Because it was too much in the aftermath. Like, after doing the drug, you know, I was saying information, you have to hide it. It was too much in the aftermath.
So how did you relapse?
I didn't relapse. I said, let me try again. It was a quiet day. It seemed like there was no attention on me. It was nice weather. I felt like a ghost. So I tried again. You know, I mean, nothing was like around me, like nothing was surrounding me. I tried it, and it was a lot better. Like I said, it wasn't the drug doing, it was the aftermath. Like aftermath, I felt like I was surrounded.
Can you explain the aftermath a little more?
Yeah, I said it felt like I was surrounded, hounded and surrounded.
By who?
Like one time, it felt like it was the police. Like, when I saw police lights keep blinking, they would never approach me. They were just sitting like near me. I'm like, yeah.
Did you ever, like after, I guess, going to rehab and having that year and a half clean or whatever, did you ever think about going to like some type of therapy to where you could actually talk to someone?
Yeah. I talked to my dad.
How did that work?
He just tells, he does well. He speaks a weird language. He doesn't say what he means, but eventually I always see why he does what he does. He keeps me stable.
Is it helpful to stuff that he tells you?
Yeah.
Even still now to this day?
Yeah.
How much longer do you see yourself out here?
I have no clue.
So I guess that means you're not ready to go?
No, I'm saying it means it's up to God. It's up to God and myself. It's a relationship. So I can't decide.
Are
but
you?
Today is still, I'm still.
Are you a religious person?
Yes.
Do you have a specific religion that you practice?
Yes, I'm Christian.
Christian. How often do you pray?
All day, like when I'm walking around and nobody's giving me money, I'm praying. As soon as I smoke, as soon as I breathe it in, I start praying, speaking to God.
Have you ever overdosed on any of the drugs that you take?
Yes, heroin. I've overdosed maybe 4 or 5.
When's the last time you overdosed?
It's a long time. It's probably been a year since I overdosed. It's been a long time since I overdosed on heroin. Or maybe not a year, less than that, but it's been a long time.
Can you remember the last time you overdosed?
No.
Can you remember the first time you overdosed?
No.
The last time you overdosed, how were you able to be saved? Like,
I just woke up.
were you by yourself?
Sometimes I was by myself, but when I woke up, there was someone there, and then the other times I wasn't by myself.
Is it dangerous out here?
Is it dangerous? I believe so, yeah.
Is it more dangerous for a female than it is for a male?
I don't believe it makes a difference. I don't think gender.
How dangerous would you say it is?
Like 100%.
Is there a certain time of day that's more dangerous than others?
Probably in the morning.
What do you do to stay safe?
Pray and walk with God.
Have you ever been victimized while being homeless?
Yeah.
How so?
Well, one time I was asleep on a train, and I don't know what hit me in the head, but it felt like a bullet. Some young kids, them on Norman, were laughing. Like, bitch, get the fuck out, dirty lady. And then another time I was sleeping outside. I think I was under my blanket, and the same thing happened. I woke up to it. Like, I woke up, something hit me in the head. But that hasn't happened since those 2 times. But they were kind of similar. I don't know what it was that hit me in the head.
Is that the only way you've been victimized out here?
Well, yeah, pretty much.
How do you make money?
Other than people like stealing from me, like it's people stole my job. I'm barely having to do stuff from me all the time.
Oh, people steal from you a lot?
Yeah.
Is that why you're woke or why you sleep?
Both.
How do you make money?
Panhandling, pretty much asking for people to be kind and to spare money.
Does that work for you?
Not often.
Have you ever resorted to prostitution?
I have. When I first started, I wouldn't panhandle. I did prostitution instead. I think I did both, though.
Did somebody introduce you to that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Where's that person at now?
West Baltimore.
Is that a male or a female?
I believe male. Those males and females who told me to do it. There were users, and then there were,
So what made you stop doing that?
Pretty much, it just seemed like the weather, the weather would declare like, I'd be obedient and leave the prostitution alone. I'd be standing there waiting to get vehicles, and the weather would be like, goodbye.
Were you ever
I
scared?
can't stand there and be like, you try to be done.
Were you ever scared when you was doing that? To get in a car
yeah.
with strange guys?
I wasn't
or
scared to
strangers?
get in the vehicle, but while in the vehicle, as the date went on, or the interaction of prostitution went on in the vehicle, then I would become scared. But I wasn't scared, like, upon getting in the vehicle. I'd be like, motivated.
And there was never a time where you were victimized, like during that lifestyle?
Not really.
Thank God for that. Thank God that you got out of that as well, too, because that's definitely not a life that anyone wants to live. Added to, like, homelessness and just battling addiction. That's definitely not a life anyone wants to live. Since you've been doing drugs, have you ever introduced anyone to drugs?
I think people that have smoked cocaine, I have introduced them to heroin.
To what?
To heroin.
You have?
Yeah, people that already do cocaine, I'm like, have you ever tried heroin? And I tell them what it's like for me. And if they say yes, that's really...
How many people you think you've introduced to heroin?
Like less than 7.
Less than 7? Are they still doing heroin now?
I have no clue.
Have you seen any one of those 7 people recently?
I don't even know who the 7 people are. Because I asked, I don't force, I don't motivate, I don't give it a repertoire, I just say you want to.
I feel like.
And a quick description of what it does. They say, no, I don't care. It's hard. In my mind, I do be seeing the way it makes me feel. I'm like, oh, you love it. And I don't say it like that, but along those lines, a quick description of how it makes me feel. And I just imagine it might feel good for them.
If you could go back to.
No, go ahead. I'll just stop because I'm thinking.
If you could go back to times before you did drugs, I guess 3 years ago or maybe 4 years ago, what would you tell yourself to never do drugs?
I wouldn't tell myself, I guess hide your, it's a weekend line, hide your lies.
Say that again?
Hide your lies.
What does that mean?
Meaning, if you get enough information to realize that there's duplicity, and there's duality. If you feel like you need to say you're lying when you're telling the truth, then hide your lie. And if you need to say that you're not lying or lying when you are telling the truth, then expose that.
If you could say something to someone right now to motivate them to be the best individual they could be, what is it that you would tell them?
I would motivate yourself.
Simple as that. So with that being said, thank you for your time. Thank you for your honesty. And most importantly, thank you for your story. We're praying for you, Ma.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.